We're in Newark's Penn Station today for a ride on the city subway line. This line originally opened in 1935. In 1952, 30 PCC cars were purchased and ran until August 2401. We will see them in storage later today. The PCC cars have been replaced by 16 sleek new Incles articulated cars featuring low floors for easier boarding. We will also ride the new Hudson-Rongen line.
You know, the old PCC car was nice, was real, like you say, but on summertime was terrible. No air conditioner. That was basically the customer complained a lot about that, you know, especially in the afternoon. In the future, we're gonna go from here to Cove Street Station. It's gonna be the new station from here. Go inside the tunnel from here. You gotta keep this announcement. This train is not on service. You know, this car is more complicated to driving. You know, because you gotta be aware of the cab signal and something you did wrong. That's it. You can make a mistake here. That's Washington Street. You know, with the old PCC car, we have like a maintenance people to switch the track for us. Now we gotta do it from here. Like this one here, this is R. We go for the reverse movement. This is normal, cancel, and call. We use more of this one, call, so far. Water is your next. We sent one car number 14, to San Francisco. The old PCC cars. Long course reduction. How long have you been doing this? 10 years. 10 years? It's fun, right? see that piece over here in between the track? That's we call the bounce, hinge bounce. So give it the speed to the car. Orange Street. This is a very dangerous intersection here, especially on rush hour. Sometimes people see the red light and they go through. They don't care. Yeah, they are crazy. Park out next. Park out next. Brand new houses around here. So it's a lot of money, 350. You can move this over here and that way you can see.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
What they do is they basically wait for it.
So we're gonna go up to the BBF, okay, look?
Okay, you want me to go to see from Blackpool or what?
Call C for Brantford, go to BBF, okay, please? Up over the extension.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. No Pilavi, thanks. Thanks. This is nice, this station here, you can go all the way to the park. Daphally. a new house. Yeah. Okay. Over speed.
The Franklin Park and Heller Parkway stations have been combined into one station known as Branch Brook Park.
Hello, sweetheart. Car 107 closing. OC 107 request to leave Branch Brook Station into the North Street Terminal.
Sorry guys, thank you, Mike. Copy 107, either SS1, 2.
Okay, step for SS1. I get no fear. I don't know why. This is the new station.
Today we will go to two new stations, Silver Lake in Bellevue and Grove Street in Bloomfield. As it turns out, we are the first revenue passengers over this new section of track.
This is the first non-company in-person ride on the stretch. Yes, you're on the Newark section. Yes, it is.
Kevin, the loose back, over.
Local Catholic Church.
Mike, no seat. Mike. Hey, Richie, with this 107 car move, when we get to the yard, can you ask for someone from the shop? Supposedly there's some PPE, protective equipment around for this group that was delivered to Ed Johnson. Can you source that stuff and maybe get it over to me? Roger.
Ray, this is the first. You are an honor.
Jose 107 Silver Lake.
Signal indication. You want to barcode?
Oh, okay.
We are arriving at the vehicle base facility, otherwise known as the repair shops. To our left are the famous Newark PCC cars, now in storage.
Well, Mo, can you He's just giving out directions for some people on creative can, but
Mike, come back with that?
Call 105 to 06. 105 is on the west end of the yard. We'd like to request permission to enter on to SS2 from the west of the yard.
go anywhere along here is fine. Okay, this is Mike, anywhere along here. Okay, Mike, what's the message? Sorry, let's just go.
Let's go inside.
All cities is called 106 training cars. We are down by the yard limit sign. Okay, that's your ride. Your start to brain strip for further information. Stop the war. 106 training cars to Brandbrook.
No handrails here. Drive on the seat, drive on the seat.
This car 103 training cars to Brandbrook.
I'm Norman Olson from Brooklyn, New York. Yeah, I'm from Brooklyn, New York. Wonderful, wonderful. Where's Queens he live? There's a big place. Oh yeah, that's right on the subway.
It's a nice view, huh? I know you have a bunch of them stay up home, right?
Car 103 training cars to Brandbrook.
You guys go to different states?
Yes.
That's nice. What about overseas?
Not yet.
Not yet?
Nice to do it though.
Yeah. Especially to Europe.
This is not crazy stuff like in Europe.
Car 103 training cars to
Next.
Mosaic.
Next.
Yeah.
Hello, see you. 10334. I'm not getting no response from Brantford. I'm sitting with your name and Brantford, your limit.
It'll be 1 minute, copy.
I'll have to copy, Brantford. Thank you.
It's a nice day today. Beautiful. Park out with the next one. Park out with the next.
Calling the dog limit, please pull them out to the platform.
Thank you. Lots of coffee.
A lot of people, 92, eh? That's a good look, yeah. I'll feel the air conditioning here. Street next. That's the station he was talking about. They have a like a hostel over there. And this is a new station. This one here. We used to have the station on the sides, right side right here, and the other side. Now this is the new one. They finished this like 8 months ago. This is what he's talking about. This one. About how they build these and. Street next, North Street next. Now we go inside the tunnel from here. All right, sure. The almost canal. Water is next. Almost canal. You need light here, man. That's nice. You put these lines and look up. Washington Street next. Washington next. Broad Street next. Here I gotta clip it down to finish stitch. And that's another car up there. But we have this flashing zero here. That means 5 miles per hour.
This is standard gauge?
Huh?
Standard gauge?
Yeah.
What's the voltage?
50.
1500
Yeah.
DC?
I think, yeah. What do you say? More than that, I don't remember how many. I think it's, no.
Okay, I'll ask one.
Because the old one was 700, right? The old PCC car, I don't remember how many it is. You gotta ask Mike Freeman.
Yeah.
He's the master. Now we got this green signal. Penn Station will be next.
Mike, hello.
Go ahead, Mike.
Hey, Louis, Ted, one of the gentlemen's going to shuffle upstairs. I'll let him out of the crew door. He's going to see if he can just stay in place. So just give me a minute, okay?
Okay, that's all. Now you see the loop over here. We have two
Hey,
loops.
Ray, you got any keys for the Suburban?
We call this one the outer loop, and that one is the inner loop.
Oh, okay.
Strap
I don't
5,
have the keys for
change
the
to
Suburban.
track 1. This one is track 4, change to track 2.
Oh, okay, I don't have that. Jose, this is Bates. I got a key. I got a key for the Suburban. It's on my desk. You can come get it. It's on top of my desk. Okay, thank you.
Here to there too. From track 5 going to track 2. That used to be the old shaft, Newark shaft right there. The old PCC. We see the PCC up there at the BBS. They are parking up there. You will see it.
Oh, great.
Oh, she's a polo doctor.
Now let's go for a ride on the new Hudson-Bergen line. We are at Newport Station. This line opened on April 15, 2001. Since this video was taped in May 2002, the line has been extended north to Hoboken. Today we will be riding from Newport to East 34th Street. There are plans to extend the line south to Bayonne and north to Tenafly.
Now entering Hudson-Rongen
speed on the flyover is 40 miles per hour. The cap speed indicates 45, but the operator must reduce the speed to 40 and maintain it until he gets to resume for it. And we do a lot of checking on that with our supervisory staff with radar to make sure it's enforced.
You do? You use radar?
Yes.
I had no idea. There's something new every day.
Once again, this is 45th Street Station, and if you look ahead, you can see the blind spot to the right. That's why all of our trains make stops on this track in either direction. 45th Street Station.
$20.29.20 off, so.
This is the first stop southbound in the city of Bayonne.
What I'd like to do is pull all the way to the end of the platform.
The next stop will be 34th Street Station, the last stop in Bayonne, until we go to 22nd Street in about a year or so.
Roger, just if you need it, you can bring something in on top of it. I don't know how long we're going to be down here.
Under construction in Bayonne, south of 34th Street. The next station will be at 22nd Street and a park and ride with about 800, space for about 800 cars at 21st Street in Bayonne. We will be able to get out in Bayonne for a few minutes, is that correct? Yeah, we're going to pull to the end of the platform, you can get out.
We're going to pull all the way to the south too.
Not too many places to
so we don't hold anybody up. You can take
we
pictures
tell you
or
to
whatever.
get back on the train, please do. You look at the pedestrian overpass and also the huge parking lot that we built on the other side of the tracks. We're also thinking of plans to expand to an old Army terminal, a Navy terminal, Monty, Mission, oh God, I can't think.
Military Ocean
Terminal in Bayonne, which has been decommissioned and is now open for development. Our company has actually entered expression of interest in developing the area, which is a tremendous, beautiful area.
HB5 or 47. HB 47 open.
Said go to 2?
I'm on 2. This is on 1. Oh, he wants 252. Oh, I got it.
There was actually one an expression for an amusement park in Liberty State Park, but normal people said, please don't make it, make it a natural area. We really don't need a water amusement park. Sure. You're absolutely right. And it's a great idea for the Monty area. Something like that. Or certainly a golf course or something like that. Oh my God, we're in silent running now.
Stealth.
Yes, stealth mode.
34th Street. Light over red is proceed, and when it flashes, it's a diversion for a mainline signal. When it flashes on the top, it's a diversion for a mainline signal. Use the clear block when there's a disabled train in a block, or to make sure there's nothing in the block ahead if your ATP is cut out for any reason it's not working.
Next, we will visit the shops. In a few moments, we will be entering the unusual covered yard, which protects the trains and crews from inclement weather.
Just so you know, the yard speed is restricted speed, which is looking out, 7 conditions, not exceed 15 miles per hour. The switches in the yard were set up to be automatic for the operator to line his route out, call his route out from the yard lead. Any yard lead, we call his route to any track. We don't use that function at this time, but at some point we will use that function. Right now the operator has to get out of the cab and just press the button, basically, turn the switch really, and he can line himself up. Doesn't have to pump anything over, doesn't have to throw a switch, just turn it on and the switch throws reverse or normal. And the light, amber or green, indicating normal and reverse.
We are making a short stop to go inside the shops. Here are a few scenes from the visit.
Okay, folks, we'll step out to the right.
Now departing, we will ride in the back cab for the trip to our starting point at Newport.
coming into Liberty State Park Station, we will have about 1 minute, and I repeat, 1 minute to get off here and look around, okay? Just 1 minute, okay? Doors will be open on the right-hand side.
It's $90 a month for a monthly pass and parking. So it's like $2 a day. It is nothing. And the station parking lot is filled every day. The weekends, people don't work. We've also cut deals with a lot of the construction.
Okay, folks, one thing about the, one aspect about the bar signals, we can call them, and at some locations it's actuated by a metal presence detector, which means we really have to position the train over it and roll over it at full speed, stop, and we'll get the priority to get across the intersection with the bar signal, meaning that the lights or the signals for the modes of traffic are conflicting and stop. At this location, we made a request. At this location, it's in advance, so we won't have to make the request unless it's on cycle. And there's that critical point, but in critical locations where we have to make the request, and if we go over 2 claws missing, and those type of operators, we kind of have to scope severely because they sort of late service and they miss their points. So there's certain sections, certain critical areas where we have to make a request, and certain areas where you just merely roll your tray over into the metal presence detector. Again, a car or a truck can do the same thing if it follows that area of the track. The Essex Street corridor has got 3 traffic lights and 3 bar signals where the request is made and then sequencing is set up so you don't have to make another stop down the entire corridor. But if you miss your mark, before you get to the corridor, of course you have to stop at every intersection. To briefly go over with spoke with some of you briefly about the setup of this project. Everybody that works in operations, construction, engineering, everybody that has an active role in the managing of this, the oversight of the managing of this project, works for an engineering and construction firm called Washington International. The oversight is done by the New Jersey Transit. So this is a design, build, operate, maintain contract, acronym being DBOM. It's the only one on the first of its kind in the United States that's very, very long time since private companies ran public carriage in the 20s and 30s and 40s before the public agencies took them over. Well, we're proud of this project. It's very safe and it's just a flagship for a lot of light rail startups because we've been so safe in how we run it, efficient how we run it as well. So our client is New Jersey Transit, and they also set up a DBOM project down in South Jersey with a light rail line, and so they set to open next year between Camden and Trenton. And that was one by an engineering firm based out of San Francisco called Fentaes. They're going to operate and maintain that. We do this one. And hopefully we'll be doing more of these across the country and around the world, not just this future. on reverse running in either direction, meaning in either direction on both tracks. Signaling is set up. Signaling in the ATP, everything is set up to run in either direction on both tracks. This station stop is now Newark Station. This is the last station before we go back into street running northbound. This is what we call a critical advance right here. We have to make the call. We missed it. We have to sit here and wait or get permission via a rule 507 past the bar. So my operator has to press the call. We'll get this vertical bar in a few moments, a few seconds. Getting this signal, making this request allows us to proceed to the next 1, 2, 3, 4 intersections without having to stop. Again, we're now out of signal capturing territory, we're now into street running territory. Although the bar signal becomes a vertical, which means that we can move to proceed through there, making traffic lights for the automobiles are set to stop. We do tend to have to avoid and stop the train for an emergency or someone daydreaming, droning out and is going through the red light. Speed, this on this corridor is maximum 20 miles per hour. We're starting out at 15. There are a few groups that size of everything up the speed to 20, so we got the speed to 20. This is his street running. There's no penalty for 20 miles per hour, but there is one if you exceed the speed limit that's designed for street running.
Do you got your
which is presently 35.
You got your tickets yet?
Reduced in a change order to 25.
For the Redwood trip?
So you will get a penalty.
Souls Everett. I gave you these, right? Yeah. And you are
McMillan.
Your daughter, right?
No, it's not my daughter. I wish they were.
Will we need tickets for the trolley museum? No.
Thank you.
Oh, by the way, with the... Make sure you get the same later tonight. Yeah, but yeah, I got
You'll
notice he said that if you had an Amtrak train to get to the trolley museum in time, but you can't.
From here all the way to Exchange North. Once again, if you miss it, you're going to be stopping at every intersection over MPDs, waiting for the traffic to cycle. I guess we have to signals that we're going to deploy in street running territory.
Olympia.
To our right, this construction is going on presently. It's a Goldman Sachs building. It's going to be the tallest building in the state of New Jersey. And it'll be completed in 2 years. Before the World Trade Center, before 9/11, this was a major exchange point on Exchange Place. Path is right across the street. In front of our traffic, D exited the train at this location, and the doors open on both sides on a one-side track only. And it's the only place the doors open on both sides on the entire system. And egress and ingress from this building to our station in the mornings and in the PM in large numbers. of us return at least 2 exchange planes from Newark and from Hoboken within the next 6 to 8 months. Okay, we're back into signal territory. Next station stop is Homicide Financial Center. Merrill Lynch, Morgan Stanley have offices here as well. That building to the left, that was an old PATH substation. And it's, my understanding is that it's going to be renovated, refurbished. Initially, I thought that my understanding was that it was going to be a Bloomingdale's, but now there's some word that there's going to be condominiums there. With Leader, I take all the blame for everything going wrong on her trip. But before you give me that blame, I want to get a good round of applause for Michelle Bushko and Gregory Wood for delivered a wonderful trip they have given us. Also, financially, they've given us such a wonderful trip. I can't say the price, but let's say it was less than a penny. That if anybody wishes to continue riding the system afterwards, see me for reimbursement in your fare, or if you don't see me, consider donation to CERA, which we'll always accept. And thank you, and the meeting, the get-together, the Brooklyn Heritage, at 3 o'clock is 3 floors. We're only a few blocks of trail, so it's not you miss the train if you get there a little late. So don't feel on that one, you have to be there at 3 o'clock on the head. Everybody have a good lunch and enjoy the rest of a wonderful day in both New Jersey and New York. Thank you.
Now let's go to Essex Street for some line-side action. This is the south end of Essex Street, where the line enters a private right-of-way. We hope you've enjoyed this look at New Jersey Light Rail. Los Angeles will be opening its Gold Line soon, and Valhalla Video will be there for all of the action.